Even the oil industry now, what's going on in the oil industry, whereby everybody's suspecting that the president himself is involved in oil deals. We never had it so bad.
All right.
We never had it. This administration is the worst in the history of Nigeria. A president that is suspected, I'm not saying he's a drug baron,
right,
suspected of being a drug baron, alleged to be a vice president who is a sympathizer, supposed to be alleged to be a sympathizer of terrorism, a Senate president who's wanted by EFCC. Come on, we've never had it so bad. Don't compare this administration of the APC with PDP, whether it was Obasanjo's government or Jonathan's government or Yar'Adua, God bless his soul. May his soul rest in peace. Come on, you can't compare us to this administration.
So guys, this man said Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, is involved in oil deals. We all know how this government and even the previous government have refused to stop those stealing our oil. And don't forget about what has recently trended, that there is a refinery in Malta that is refining crude and sending to Nigeria. Don't forget that that has been linked to the president of Nigeria. So this man went ahead to say the president of Nigeria is an alleged drug baron. The vice president is an alleged terrorist sympathizers. And also he has come out to call out Akpabio that he's a wanted man by the EFCC. So you can imagine the level of people who are in charge of this country. It is really, really pathetic. Just take your time and listen for yourself what this man has got to say. Take a look.
Even the oil industry now, what's going on in the oil industry, whereby everybody's suspecting that the president himself is involved in oil deals. We never had it so bad.
All right.
We never had it. This administration is the worst in the history of Nigeria. A president that is suspected, I'm not saying he's a drug baron, suspected of being a drug baron, alleged to be a vice president who is a sympathizer, supposed to be alleged to be a sympathizer of terrorism, a Senate president who's wanted by EFCC. Come on, we've never had it so bad. Don't compare this administration of the APC with PDP, whether it was Obasanjo's government or Jonathan's government or Yar'Adua, God bless his soul. May his soul rest in peace. Come on, you can't compare us to this administration. And by the grace of God, in 2027, you'll have a government in place, a PDP government, that will rescue Nigeria from this calamitous administration we have now. Buhari was terrible.
All right.
Buhari was terrible. And we never imagined that Tinubu will come and be worse than Buhari.
Yeah, but how do you expect that would happen in 2027 if, like I said initially, Nigerians see the PDP as cowards? Nigerians,
it doesn't matter. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. No matter how much they look at the PDP as faulty, the fault that is in place now in the APC is so bad that the alternative is going to be the PDP.
So what you're saying is that you're hoping that Nigerians would be so angry with the APC that they would run to their only alternative, not necessarily because the PDP has presented itself to be better.
What do you mean by presenting itself? If you're not in government, you can't do anything. That's why I refer to when we were in government. All the PDP have to do now is to say, by the way, the people have to say is, this PDP, are they better? How do we know? When they were in government, what they do? That's why
we all know that, honestly, this government understands that the people didn't even vote for them. Peter Obi has come out to say it assuredly that he got a whole lot of votes during the last election. You can imagine 10 million votes in 2023 presidential election, and that election was sold by Mahmood. Let me allow you listen to what Mr. Dele Farotimi has got to say about that. Just take a look at this.
For him to have won, the people would have had to have voted for him. We didn't vote for him. He stole the presidency. Yakubu and INEC sold him the presidency. The presidency is not an expression of the people's will. It is an expression of the debauchery of INEC and the height of our judicial corruption. He did not win the presidency. If I had left, I would have been sanitizing and deodorizing a skunk. If nothing else, I rise and fall by my word. And when I said that I would live on exile if this man won, it was so that people will know that I do not believe Nigerians to be depraved enough to be possessed of the idiocy to vote somebody like him into power. And they did not. Anybody who prefers to delude themselves can continue to delude themselves, but Tinubu knows, INEC knows, the judiciary knows, and so do a lot of Nigerians, that Tinubu did not win the presidency. He stole it. So I'm not leaving because he did not win. It's that simple. That I'm still here is in rebuke of him. It actually cost me a lot more to stay here. It's not just the multiple level of danger that I face on a daily basis by remaining in Nigeria. Because if they will be planning my murder 3 years ago when they were not in power, one of his goons in Lagos State was the one sat at the head of the plot to kill me. They are the ones in power now. Ordinarily, I should run now. But I'm here. I am here because he did not win. He knows it. And every man and his dog in Lagos State knows it. He was beaten resoundingly in Lagos on the 25th of February. He couldn't even make 15% in Lagos. Segun Agbaje, the INEC commissioner in Lagos State, cannot produce the form EC8A for Lagos State up till today. I was the person who was charged by the Obi legal team to collect the election material from INEC. He could not, up until today, INEC in Lagos State cannot give us the form EC8A, which is the polling unit level result. Because they know he lost. He lost woefully. He was thoroughly rejected across the length and breadth of the state that he has held hostage. For 24 years as at that time, he lost. So how much more the other parts of Nigeria? Let them continue fooling themselves. He has snatched it, grabbed it, but he can't run with it. And that's why we are all in the mess that we are in today. So yeah, if he had won, if Nigerians had been foolish enough to have voted for him, I would have left. It wouldn't be because of him. It would be out of protest that I could be stuck with such evil people who would have found the grace to vote for somebody like him. But as I have said, they did not vote for him. They rejected him. He has forced himself on us. And we can't do much about that. But I'm not going to legitimize his stealing by leaving. He didn't win.
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. Honestly, these are some of the things we keep saying all the time, that the person who is your president is very important, because with this kind of things being said about the president of Nigeria, how do you expect the international bodies, you know, the other world leaders to even respect Nigeria at this time? How do you expect people to confidently come into Nigeria to invest? We've seen our investors, you know, coming into the country. I mean, coming down, the number of people coming into the country to invest, it's no longer like it used to be. I mean, people are running away. They are not sure of the future. Even Nigerians who are living abroad are scared of bringing their money home because nobody knows tomorrow. People are afraid. No trust. We have trust issue. People don't have confidence in the man who is at the helm of affairs in this country. I mean, there is that trust issue from the top to the bottom. So you can imagine this man coming out to say that the president of Nigeria is an alleged drug baron, Shettima is an alleged terrorist sympathizer, Akpabio is also a wanted man by the EFCC. So you can imagine the kind of people that are being ruled, that are ruling Nigeria. And also, we all know that, you know, looking at what is happening in this country, when you look at our judiciary, recently there's been a whole lot of talk about the judiciary, how messy it is. Don't forget that this same Akpabio, Lawal them, and so many of them who didn't even participate in elections are the ones now at very top positions. Lawal was the ex-Senate president. Today, now Akpabio, these are people that cannot even tell Nigerians how they return back on this. How they return back on the Senate floor. They are the ones now at, you know, the helm of affairs in this country. Anyway, guys, I don't know what you make of this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. You've heard what this man said about Tinubu, Akpabio, and also the vice president. And you've also heard what Mr. Dele has got to say. Everybody keeps saying it, that Peter Obi won that election. Even Tinubu himself came out to say, I know many of you didn't vote for me. Yes, Nigerians didn't vote for you. And how come you became the president? INEC is here to tell the people, even though you go to court, they have turned everything upside down. The IRF that was meant to be very important, you know, the transmission of results real time that was very, very important. All those things, the judiciary has turned them upside down. So as it stands now, Nigeria has to go and start reforming the electoral laws so that we'll be able to know where we are standing, because everything has been mixed up. If we go to an election with what happened during the last election, there is no clarity as to what people should stick to and what not, because there's a whole lot of mess. And that's why Nigerians, everybody must join hands in calling out, you know, these politicians, especially the House of Assembly, to ensure that the electoral law is being reformed for a better 2027 presidential election. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.